I just used up 2.5 gallons. That's probably 2 to 3 pounds. Good afternoon, beautiful people. It is bacon day. It's always a good day. This is just bacon that I had started, bacon belly, from our last butcher, that I had gotten ready to go to curing and salting and all that. I don't follow any kind of recipe. I just...
Recipes are a good suggestion.
Well, I mean, it's going back in the freezer when we're done with it, so I was like, we're just going for flavor. It's all good. So, we've got it in the smoker, it's cooking, and tomorrow, hopefully, bacon for breakfast.
Fresh bacon is just amazing.
So good. We've been out of bacon for a minute just because I've been lazy and I haven't gotten around to making it, so it's time my body is ready for bacon. I'm gonna go into the kitchen and start making some cheese because we have an excess of milk already that won't fit in our fridge. We do have a second fridge, but I figured we'll get going on that. And you're gonna go...
I'm kind of on like a weird sidetrack. I got started a little while ago, probably like 2 hours ago, getting a paddock set up for tomorrow for the cows, and then I started cleaning stuff and moving stuff, and so the paddock still isn't set up, and I still haven't finished. Yeah, it's just one of those, my sidetracks have sidetracks, so by the end of the day, hopefully I will have stuff done.
Hopefully.
We will take you guys around later, and we're gonna
show you what's up.
Kind of talk about everything we got going on right now.
Update some things as the cold weather comes in and what we're doing. So.
The weather change is here,
so
and
nice.
It's a warm day, and it's maybe like 68 degrees.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful
it's very
today.
Nice. We are enjoying the fall weather quite a bit.
It's not quite button up weather all the time.
Not quite.
Just in the mornings, it's cool. Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice. Okay, let's go make cheese.
All right.
See you later. All right, before we get into the cheese making, I have some bread dough here. I'm making bread today. I haven't made bread in like a week. We've been out of bread. So I'm going to get that shaped up and put into my bread loaves real quick, and then we will jump into the cheese. As you can see, I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to the bread rolling. Done is better than perfect, and it all tastes the same. All right, cheese. So I have not made made cheese in a really long time. I make like a fresh queso cheese frequently, just because we like to have it on hand. It's pretty tasty, and it's a good way to use up milk. Even when we do like the milk we get from our local farm, sometimes I wind up buying too much and we don't drink it before it's turning, so I will make fresh cheese with that. But I have made cheese in the past. I've made mozzarella, I've made a couple hard cheeses. Those are more difficult because you have to age them and you have to have the proper temperature, humidity, and I was never really quite set up for it. I made it work with a fridge that I still was using, so I couldn't turn it into a cheese fridge dedicated thing, but it worked. Anyways, long story short, I haven't made cheese in a while. Today I am going to be making just a fresh cheese. This is the simplest, easiest, stupid easy cheese to make. And it's a good way to use up milk. You can make it with store-bought milk, you can make it with raw, you can make it with pasteurized, you can make it with whatever. It's so easy to make. And if you are just wanting to kind of dip your toes in and see if you even like this cheese making thing, this is actually a good place to start. So all it takes is milk and some kind of acid. usually either a lemon juice or a vinegar. I typically use vinegar just because I always have it on hand and it's easier to use. One note, if you use apple cider vinegar, it will have a slight apple cider taste in the background, so keep that in mind for future eating. Like if you're gonna use it for like enchiladas, might or might not be the best thing. It depends on what you're going for. So this is going to go in the pot, and I'm gonna heat it to about 180 to 190, somewhere in there. I usually go to about 180, and then you add the acid in and let it coagulate and then strain it, and that's like, it's literally the easiest cheese ever. So I'm going to get the milk in the pot and get it heating, and how much acid you use depends on how much milk you use, depends on how much it needs to coagulate. Like there's literally no measuring, you just kind of eyeball it and let it go. So I'm gonna get the milk heating and we'll go from there. So this is milk that I actually skimmed already. I took the cream off last night and made some Alfredo. It was delicious. So this isn't gonna have as much cream in it, so we might not get as much cheese as you usually would from just a whole milk. But I have this and I don't have room in my fridge, so we need to use it up. Shadows. I love these lights, but they're not great for vlogging. Alright, so we're going to heat this gently. I mean, it doesn't have to be like gentle, but low. You know, you don't want to burn the milk in the bottom of the pot. So we're going to heat this to 180 slowly. I'm going to stir it every now and then with a spatula just to make sure nothing's getting stuck to the bottom or burning, because it doesn't make tasty cheese when it burns. And it takes, I don't know, it depends on the day and what your temperature and what your stove is set at. So maybe 30 minutes probably, so I'll check back once this gets closer to temp. Hit 180. To pretty close to an hour. I could have turned it up, but I didn't want to burn it. So you can see it's kind of frothy. And I'm hoping that I can get the camera set to where you guys can see the magic of this, because it's pretty cool. I have apple cider vinegar in a measuring cup. I didn't measure, like I'm not measuring it, but I just put it in there because it's easier to pour. So I'm going to pour in just enough of this until it starts coagulating and making curds. It's not gonna be, it shouldn't be very much. So that was probably about a quarter cup. You can kind of see it if I pull out my spatula. You can kind of see it starting to make curds. A little bit more. So that was probably about a half a cup total. There's about 2.5 gallons of milk in here. It is starting to form curds a little bit more, but that's not the drastic separation I'm looking for. So I'm gonna get some more vinegar. Put a little bit more in. There, it's starting to go. Can you see it? Really starting to get clumps. I'm hoping the camera can pick this up. The curds are separating the way. It's like turning more yellow. That's the way. There we go. That was just enough. So that was like maybe like just over half a cup total. Look, that's a nice big chunk. Alright, so I'm just gonna let this sit for like a minute or two. Oh yeah, nice big chunks. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute or two and just let it kind of finish doing its thing. And then I'm going to strain it with some cheesecloth. Okay, because we are saving this way to feed to the pigs, because we don't want anything to go to waste and it'll be good for them. I have this in a colander over my large pot with some cheesecloth or butter muslin stretched over it. So this is just gonna strain into here to collect all the solids. And I'm doing this on the floor because I'm short. Look at all those beautiful curds. Boop. Alright, so now I'm just going to pull this up into like a bag, and I'm going to hang this over the pot, the other pot, the one I made it in, and strain this out because you can see all the liquid is coming out from the bag. So we're gonna strain that out and let it dry out a little bit. Except the kids ran off with all my rubber bands. Okay, well usually I would rubber band this and hang it from that, but the kids ran off with my rubber bands, so we're gonna improvise. Alright, I'm just gonna hang this. You could do this from a cabinet door. You could do this from your sink faucet. I've done that before too. I'm just gonna clothespin this up like that. Okay, it's not perfect. It's probably leaking down the backside, but whatever. Yeah, it's leaking down the backside. So that's gonna drain. I'm not gonna go for it being crazy dry, just because I prefer it to be a little on the moister side. Moister's not a word, but whatever. And then I'm gonna salt it. I'm gonna put it in a bowl and mix it with way more salt than you think you need, but a good amount. Then it's ready. You could just eat it like that. You could press it into a mold if you wanted to. I usually just kind of like tamp it into like a glass Tupperware, and it kind of molds itself that way. This is not a melting cheese, so don't expect it to get all like creamy and oozy if you put it in the oven for anything. It's more like a queso fresco, queso blanco. It's harder, but it's not an aged cheese, and it's not gonna get stringy. So this would be for like topping your beans or your enchiladas, that kind of thing. You could probably put it in like a salad, where you would put like a feta, but it doesn't have that sharp, salty taste. It's kind of light, more like a mozzarella flavor, I would say. One of my favorite things to do with this actually is after I get it salted, I will put it in the food processor with some herbs, maybe some garlic, a little bit of olive oil, and blend it until it's smooth, more like a cream cheese consistency. And we'll eat that on crackers and stuff like that. It's pretty good that way. You could even do like a sweet with honey and maybe some cranberries or something like that. It's a pretty versatile cheese. Like, it doesn't really have a whole lot of taste. It's salty once you salt it, but it doesn't have a lot of taste. So you can kind of just do whatever you want with it. Super easy. I just used up 2.5 gallons. That's probably 2 to 3 pounds. And like I had said earlier, I had actually skimmed the cream off of it already. So that's pretty good for not having all the fat in there. So that's pretty much done. Like I said, I will wind up salting this and getting it put away, and it was super easy. It only took about an hour. Didn't have to do any crazy starter cultures or rennet or anything like that. It's just a quick like dump and go cheese, sort of. Bread is just about ready to go in the oven. I'm going to start up some split pea soup for dinner from chicken stock that I made earlier today. And then we'll go do a walk around and update you guys on what's going on. All right, bacon time.
Bacon time. I just checked a little bit ago, and it is actually above temperature. It's above
we were
where
going
we
for
wanted
150, but that's okay.
Oh, that's beautiful. So now we get these all cold and then slice them.
Yep.
And then put them back in the freezer as our packaged sliced bacon.
Yep.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah.
All right, it is the end of the day. It's been one of those days. I have not finished anything that I've wanted to finish.
It's okay, I made cheese. So I just did it for us.
You did make cheese. You had a successful day. You got everything done that you need to get done.
Well, not everything. Oh, we made bacon. You made bacon.
Yeah, I smoked some bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon is cooling. We'll slice it up later.
Yeah.
Get it all done.
Oh, I told you guys I was gonna tell you how to make it. So I don't measure anything. I just mix some salt and some sugar, like brown sugar, and some pepper, and then I just massage it all over the bacon, and
Basically
I put it in
like
a plastic tote.
like a real hefty rub.
Yeah, pretty hefty. And then I put it in a plastic tote in the fridge and let it sit for a week. I'm supposed to flip it like halfway through, and I don't because I always forget. So.
And then we smoke it.
And then we rinse it.
Yeah, rinse it.
And then smoke it at about, it's supposed to be about 200 until it reaches 150 in the center. So we do a kind of a cooler smoke.
Well, we were doing a cooler smoke, and then it was taking too long, so I turned it up, and then the bacon got a little bit too hot. It was like 180 when I pulled it off.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Might be a little tougher, but
it's okay.
It's all good.
We're not that picky, like as long as it tastes like bacon.
And it, I mean, it sure smelled good.
So good. There you go. There's the bacon. We're gonna go update.
We'll go this way. We are on our last batch of meat birds for the year. I think next year we're gonna do a bigger batch in the spring and a bigger batch in the fall. We're going to avoid doing meat birds in the summer because the heat is just brutal. These guys are probably what, 3-4 weeks
Yeah,
old?
I think they're about 4 weeks.
4 weeks old. End of the day. You guys ready for bed? So we had an incident a couple nights ago. Actually, it was before we went and got the cow. At 3 o'clock in the morning, Meg is laying there dreaming of this cow that we're gonna go
dreaming
get.
of the cow.
And the coyotes started going off.
Yeah.
We, out there in the woods,
Way out there.
yonder.
Yeah.
We'll hear them go off every now and then, and they started going off and woke you up. Well, she woke up and was like,
okay, what's the deal? Like, my first thought is, I hope they're not getting the neighbor's calves.
yeah,
Because
neighbors up on the hill, they've got lots of calves. There's always little cows running around.
Right.
And, the coyotes are drawn to that area.
yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing. And I'm laying there, and I'm awake at that point, and then I hear chicken noises. And it was like, okay, well, sometimes chickens will move around in the night, and they'll, like, make, like, but it wasn't quite right, and it kept going, and I realized that was chicken, like, panic.
Mayhem.
Yeah. So I stuck my head out the window, and I couldn't see anything, because my thought was, oh no, the coyotes are getting our chickens, and I couldn't see anything. But the noise kept going, so I woke you up.
Yeah, she comes she was out in the living room looking through one of the doors, one of the windows. As soon as she hit the door, she's like, something is getting our chickens. I hit the ground.
It was funny because he stops and he's like, we should put pants on. I was like, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Throw some trousers on, and we come running out here. She's got the baby.
Yeah.
And as we're getting closer, you could tell something was in one of these tractors. I come around the corner, and a skunk had got in.
Yeah.
And
you just see a tail.
Yeah, you just see the tail.
Skunk.
I swear I could hear evil laughter. We hit the thing with the spotlight. It did not even care.
No.
It just it was romping. He found himself a fun time.
He did.
He
met his end.
He met his end, and
he only got 11 chickens, thankfully.
yeah, that's all right. Haven't had a problem since.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Well, since we're down here, we'll come down and talk about the orchard. Yeah, we got that one. That's not a Stark tree.
It is not a Stark
and
tree.
it
did terribly.
It died.
Yeah.
Everything else, we're moving into fall.
Yeah, everything's dropping its leaves.
Everything's starting to slow down. Orchard's coming along.
I am so excited for the day that this is
full grown.
And there's fruit. And we can eat from the orchard.
It'll be cool.
It will be cool.
It's in its beginning stages, but already from the first year we planted all this stuff, everything has grown so much. All right, let's head that way, and we'll go. We gotta put the calf away for the night, so we'll go do that right now. Hey, helpers, come give me a hand. All right, we can let him eat some dinner. You guys look like you're up to no good. All the slingshots. Hey, crazy girl, you are filthy dirty.
So
Got my cup. I got something that makes noise.
I'm gonna
go get your brother. She's like, I want to see what you're doing. Oh, you're just stealing his stuff. All right, are you gonna let me catch you? Or are you gonna be a butt?
Oh, look, good boy. Oh, good boy.
That's a vast improvement over
Good.
the past couple days.
I think the training is working.
You're getting better.
Yes.
All right, come on, buddy. Oh, you gonna lead the way? Come on, up the hill.
So I gotta know where I'm going.
You know where you're going? Come on. You're doing so good. Why don't you go open the gate? Come on.
Almost there.
You know where to go.
There we go.
There you go.
Good job,
boy.
buddy.
Good job, Biscuit. All right, so then the other update, I suppose we can talk about the pigs while we're down here too.
We still have the pigs. People ask. They're still here.
All the older biddies are already in bed.
They are.
So this is my mobile flock. That's Chuck. This is Chuck's flock. They are my mobile flock. I built a little, it's kind of like a chickshaw, but smaller, easier to move. It hooks up to the lawnmower, and I can drive long distances with it. It works great. Basically made out of just scrap that I had lying around.
Yeah.
This is my like guerrilla assassin team right here. I sneak them into places where I can't get the other flock, and they clean stuff up for me. So their job now, they're gonna follow the cows and spread these great big landmines that we have littering the landscape. And as you can see, that's what they've been doing to them.
They're doing a great job.
They are spreading them out to where there's nothing left.
Yeah.
Probably in a week, that'll be completely gone and there'll be a really, really green spot.
One good green spot.
So after we've been doing this for months, a year,
Yeah.
all of our soil will be way happier for it. All right, so we're coming up on the Mangalitzas. This is Lamb Chop and Bubbles. Bubbles is our boar.
Yeah. Boar, the big ugly boar.
This is Lamb Chop. She's getting huge.
She is. And I think we need to update as far as Prego Pig. Not Prego Pig.
Not Prego Pig.
So we had put them together this spring and had
No,
she
it was Mother's Day. That was the day.
Spring.
I guess that was spring.
and had she been pregnant, then it would have been August. August came and went. No babies.
So,
Here
needless to say, we are gonna put them together here pretty soon so we can, you know,
Try again.
try again for a spring baby,
Yeah.
spring litter. Hi, Bubbles.
So ugly.
He is ugly. Basically, these two, we got them as our breeders. They're not doing that job, so we're gonna give them one more shot, and then it might be off to freezer camp.
Yep.
We will see.
But they're just living life,
They're just living life,
doing their thing.
doing pig things. And then off through the woods, we have our guinea hogs. The guinea hogs have proven to be really, really fun. We enjoy the guinea hogs.
Yeah.
I would recommend anybody who's interested in starting pigs, start with guinea hogs. We don't have snacks.
Hi pigs. Hi pigs. Hi guys.
Hi.
There's no snack. Sorry. Hi.
Guinea hogs are doing good. The two males are going to have a permanent vacation into freezer camp here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Probably in
January.
And then we are looking into getting a boar. So
Yeah.
we're gonna buy a boar, and then we're gonna continue with some guinea hogs. We've really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Their temperament is just awesome.
been
They're so
great.
chill. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. That's our update. That's kind of what's been going on.
How everybody's doing.
Everybody's doing great. Everybody's, I would say, thriving.
Yeah.
People, all the critters are doing good, and people are doing good too.
Yes.
So we're gonna go in, eat dinner,
Mhm.
and then call it a day. I guess that'll do it for us. We will catch you guys on the next one.
Hi.